going back again, one of my older brother's favorite mixtapes was with Doe B.
Long live.
Man, long live Doe B, and what his song go, whatever, whatever, whenever. It's like, it was just so dope. We Southern boys. I'm from Carolina, North Carolina.
Okay, salute.
But we grew up on a lot of the mixtapes that you've done, and a lot of your peers as well. But even with Dobie, that happened so long ago, and it seems like these examples of him having so much talent and being taken away from us, our culture still not learning from those mistakes. What is it about our culture that still allow people to fall for these traps? Or even, I feel like we be convincing them to, man. It's kind of crazy.
You know the thing, bro? That's a very complex. When we get into these questions, it's very complex because if you look at this like 2010 and forward, and you look at, I'm gonna name people. If you look at the Migos, TakeOff's no longer here. Yeah. Look at Doe B, what I did with him, he's no longer here. Look at Young Dolph, projects I did with him, he's no longer here. My brother Cellulo, that's my brother.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So honestly, Bankroll Fresh.
Dang.
In 2018, maybe 17, I sat back. I was going through the hard drive of the album I was working on that never got a chance to come out, and it just hit me like it don't feel the same. Because I talked to Doe B a week before he passed. He was at my birthday party. Good brother. Shout out to Frank White. He put us together, and that's when I started to. I didn't really have nobody to ask me if I was all right, but I had to start asking myself, am I all right? You know what I'm saying? So, here starts like your therapy journey and this, that, and the third. Obviously, other stuff you got to deal with too as a man.
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel the same.
Right.
And then you have a little bit of survivor's remorse, even though there's nothing you can do about, when it's someone's time. So I ain't figured that one out yet.
Yeah.
I do know that a lot of the wise people in my family, say don't take your gift for granted. You know what I mean? And I think that there's people that don't agree with this, but I think that we just take hip hop culture for granted.
Oh man, you're right.
If you look at how many people it houses and how many mouths it feeds and how many lives it saves when we just celebrated 50 years of hip hop, if you go back to day one to now, it's like, man, don't take your yacht or that car or that house or your multiple houses and your chains. Don't take all that for granted because it can be taken from you.
Yeah.
So I don't know where we land with that. And I honestly, that's one I don't have the answer for. Yeah. I know that there's a life cycle and, this is a journey and it's a temporary journey. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because our culture is far more of those tragedies compared to like other music genres.
I did see Ryan Coogler just say on Breakfast Club that they do deal with it a lot in is it heavy metal culture or something like that?
Okay.
But a lot of it is
sense.
like drugs instead of violence. Listen, man, as an entertainer and a creator, when you get to a certain place, and I'm not even at like this super top, but it is a stressful thing. You know what I'm saying? And you have to know how to deal with it. I found my way to deal with it. Like I said, I stopped myself in 2018-ish, and I'm like, am I taking this extra drink because I want to take this extra drink, or am I taking this extra drink to try to numb something? Because I had the insight to deal with it.
Right.
Somebody might just keep numbing.
That is very.
But when you keep numbing, then it hits a point, and then boom. So now you're like dealing with some real stuff because you never took time to look at what does it look like. So one of my first therapy sessions was to look like, wow. She was like, I couldn't imagine all my coworkers dying tragically and violently. To the point where it's like, I told her I'll be numb.
Yeah.
I expect it.
Expected.
It's bad.
That's crazy.
It's like, yo, PNB Rock just got killed. I'm like, damn, man, PNB, that's good dude. Well, damn, I was just talking like, what? Man, TakeOff got killed last night. TakeOff?
Right.
He don't mess with, huh? So then, like, when people wonder why, now, so you got a 3-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the spot? Nope.
Mm.
Hey, you acting funny. Be here with my daughter.
Right. You don't want your daughter to expect something to happen to you because of your job. You know what I'm saying?
And then the anxiety that my wife has when I leave out the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we take this shit for granted.
Yeah,
and
so
when you take shit for granted, or when you're disobedient, then some of this stuff is a spanking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate the Ricos. I hate the violence. I hate all of it for my brothers.
Yeah.
But we being spanked.
Yeah. And all these trials going on right now. Diddy, who else? Tory Lanez, all this back and forth going on right now.
Spankings.
Man.
Hopefully we learn from the spankings and become obedient.
Right.
That's what I say, because I don't wish death, jail on nobody.
Right.
That's not who I am. But, you got to understand that what were we doing when everything was good? Like, are you giving back to the community? Are you helping the young ones? Are you leading the young ones astray?
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
Absolutely.
What are we doing with we're winning the game and we're celebrating.
Right.
But are we taking care of everybody that helped us win?
Yeah.
Are we taking care of the water boy and this and that? Are we paying homage to our fans?
Right.
So we owe a lot to the people that I don't take. Like, this be weird to me. People are like, I'm a fan of you. And I'm like, I have fans. Like, but I respect them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, let me give them some motivation every Monday. I do Monday motivation.
Oh, yeah, I seen.
Let me wake up every Monday, even if I don't feel like it, and then give them some motivation to go through their week. Let me create a foundation, the Screen Foundation, that gives back to the community, so that the young brothers that want to do music, we can kind of say, okay, you want to do music, but you need to be educated and talk to these young brothers.
Right.
Let me give back.
Yeah.
This is, again, part of when you say consistency.
Yep.
I am blessed. I don't be like arrogant about it. I'm blessed that 20-some years later, you want to talk to me.
Right. Right.
So there's people that you probably would want to talk to 3 years ago that you don't want to talk to now. They don't talk about.
Big facts.
That's
no
a
pun
blessing.
intended.
I don't take that for granted, bro.
Yeah. Man, that's so true. And that's another thing where reason I really wanted to have a conversation with you. Like, I got to be able to have this conversation with DJ Scream, because I feel like you have such an important voice. Like, your message is what people need to hear, especially when we going through what we're going, this spanking that we're getting. You know what I'm saying? It's like people really need to tap into what you're talking about, what your movement is, positivity, but also, enjoying the culture as well. You know what I'm saying? Having that ear, having that mindset that you have is so key. And that's how people can reach the highest point. That's the meaning of our show. So I definitely wanted to, just tap in with you with that. Now, with us, getting this spanking that we're getting, sometimes things get worse before it get better. Do you think that might be what's happening?
Well, I hope and pray for, again, I don't think people really sit down and do the math, but if the rug was swept under hip-hop culture right now, then imagine we'll be back in 88, we'll have to sell crack. A lot of people.
Yeah.
It's feed a lot of people.
Right.
Your podcast, regardless, is an offspring of hip-hop culture.
Absolutely.
The clothes we have on.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The fashion designers, the stylists, the managers, the publicists, the bag boy, the DJs, the producers, the engineers, the interns, the caterers, the jewelers, come on, man. Like, this is printing, this is an economy.
Right.
Forget just it's hip-hop culture, it's an economy.
Right.
It is the economy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Very
Who
true.
go buy all the bottles in the club?
We do.
We do economy. So it's not just about that, but I hope and pray, because if not, by 2028 going to look like 1988. And we don't want 1988.
No.
I was alive.
No.
We don't want about 1988.
The Highest Point Podcast.
More than a pod, it's a lifestyle.